I do have a question. Actually, that leads me to an impromptu ask hole.
Oh boy. All right, here we go.
At what point do you need to consider firing your manager, Tony La Russa? Is there a point at which that obviously that point is not today, but you are 3 games below 500. You have myriad injuries that could explain that, but even before especially the injury to Tim Anderson, the offense is stagnant. The pitching has been solid, but there's something wrong. There's clearly something wrong with a team that should be, not below 500 and certainly, battling for first place in this terrible AL Central. Is there a point at which you have to consider firing the manager you brought back just because you're trying to right a wrong from 30 years ago?
I mean, yeah, of course you do, but it's not going to happen. So, uh, Jerry Reinsdorf won't fire him again. He will let him leave on his own terms,
Mm.
which could be death on the field. Um,
That's what
I mean,
that seems like where
it's gonna be it's gonna be
that kind of stubborn attitude could come to.
yes, yeah, it's gonna be unfortunately again like the White Sox under Jerry Reinsdorf. They take loyalty to a fault sometimes, and this
Yeah.
could be very well be an example of it. I mean, the guy won 93 games last year, but you know what? It's hard to people criticize him for the lineup changes. It becomes difficult to put the same lineup on the field every day when you have injuries constantly to it. But I do think there is some merit in that. And I think you have guys who are back now. So you've got a leadoff situation that you have to deal with. So maybe your leadoff hitter is different every day. But I think you leave Andrew Vaughn in the 2 hole. I think you put
He batted
Brady
number 6 today, didn't he?
seven because it's
7.
righty on righty, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, he seems to be able to hit just about everything
Yeah.
in sight. So
You have to worry about that.
yeah, you put Vaughn in the 2 hole, Abreu 3. Robert he hits well out of the 4 hole, better than he does out of the 2 hole. So I like Robert there. And then after that, it gets. I mean, is Grandel gonna come out of his spell? I mean, he did the second half last year, but that was only after he had time off from an injury and rehab from it. Um, and then what about Yohan Makata? Is I mean, what is he really? I mean, he's injured a lot, and that brings me to even more so than the manager. Do the White Sox have to think about enticing a team with a proven position player that isn't under control, that they're going to have to pay money to, but is also proven that they can stay on the field for younger controllable talent that doesn't seem to stay on the field? Like, that is a legitimate question the White Sox need to ask themselves, because the last 2 years in their window of contention, basically their key players are more like trade deadline additions. And while they were able to navigate it last year just because they had lights out pitching for the first half of the season, they're not navigating it this year because you really, with stuff like that, everything has to fall into place. And I think Lance Lynn going down before the season started was just a blow they were not designed to handle. They do not have starting pitching depth. So, you could look at it that the team's not responding to Tony La Russa as a manager based on no one's performing to their projections. No one's performing to what what they love to say the back of their baseball card says. So, yeah, I mean, I would not be up in arms if Tony La Russa got fired. At the same time, it's not going to happen. So,
Well, yeah, I think you're right. It's not going to happen, but I think the question is when should it, if it in your mind, when it would happen.
well, when it would happen would be at the end of the season if they don't make the playoffs. Actually, let me rephrase that. at the end of the season, if they have make the playoffs, don't make the playoffs, or make the playoffs and have a first round exit again.
That's it. Okay.
That's the only way I think it can reasonably happen, and it won't happen as he's been fired. It will happen
It'd be a
that
mutual
agreement, or that he's decided to retire. He's
Didn't Renteria have that mutual agreement
well,
that he was gonna leave?
Renteria came out and said, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
But in Tony's case, because of the relationship
The
with
history.
Reinsdorf, it'll all
Yeah.
be cupcakes and rainbows. And
I think that's very plausible. I think that's a reasonable answer. I think you're right. It's not going to happen in this season, but I think it could happen in the offseason, just like you said. If we're at the same spot they were with Renteria, flaming out in the first round of the playoffs, for that would be 3 years in a row. If you do even make the playoffs, how could they go into next season with TLR as their manager? And I think Tony would even realize that it just is not going to work unless he is that crazy stubborn that he would refuse to capitulate and say and throw in the towel. But I guess that would be a fascinating question once we get into this off season. But I will accept your answer for this version of Asshole this week. So thank you.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this, by the way. So
I know it seemed appropriate after a 3-game losing streak.
And after I threw you a Suzuki asshole last week out of the blue, you owed me one.
Yeah, I did. That's how asshole should work. It's perfect.
Word Hole Media.